A gasoline engine converts the chemical energy in fuel into motion by burning an air-fuel mixture in a cylinder. Even in a well-tuned modern engine, only a portion of that chemical energy actually turns into forward motion. The rest is lost mostly as heat radiated out through the exhaust and cooling system and as friction between moving parts. That's just how internal combustion works. It's not a design flaw someone forgot to fix. It's thermodynamics, the same branch of physics that tells you a cup of coffee cools down and won't reheat itself. Engineers have spent over a century and billions of research dollars trying to close that efficiency gap. Turbochargers, direct injection, variable valve timing, cylinder deactivation, these are all real. Hard-won engineering solutions to the exact same heat and friction problem, and each one typically buys a few percentage points of improvement. That's the scale we're talking about. Teams of engineers with massive budgets fighting for single-digit gains. So when an ad says a $1 tablet dissolved in your tank increases mileage by 40%, ask what it would actually have to do to make that true. It's not enough to burn the fuel slightly more completely. You'd need to fundamentally change the amount of energy lost to heat and friction, which are properties of the engine's mechanical design, not the fuel's chemistry. A tablet can't shrink a piston, reduce bearing friction, or redesign the cooling system, and those are exactly the places where the energy is actually going. A dissolving tablet doesn't touch pistons, bearings, or the cooling system. It can't touch the mechanical sources of loss. At absolute best, an additive might marginally affect how cleanly the fuel burns, and real fuel system cleaners do exist and can help with buildup-related inefficiency. But that's a tiny effect. Usually a % or 2 under specific conditions, not a 40% leap. Compare that to what actually delivers big fuel economy gains, hybrid and electric powertrains, which achieve major efficiency jumps, but by redesigning how the vehicle converts and stores energy, not by adding something to a tank of gas. That's the kind of engineering change it takes to move the needle that much. A tablet in your fuel tank isn't in the same universe. 1973 isn't a random year that's the OPEC oil embargo, when gas prices spiked and Americans sat in long lines at the pump. It's a smart year to pick for a scam, because it's genuinely a moment when people were desperate for a fuel-saving miracle, and it lends the story a ring of historical plausibility. The suppressed miracle device story, it isn't new, and it isn't specific to tablets. The same basic plot has been attached to carburetors that supposedly got 100 miles per gallon, magnets you clip on your fuel line, water injection kits, ionizers, and now dissolving pills. Different gadget, identical story. A lone inventor makes a breakthrough. Big oil buys the patent or threatens the inventor, and the technology disappears until this ad, which somehow has access to the secret. If a $1 tablet genuinely cut fuel consumption by 40%, that's not just a threat to oil companies, it's one of the most valuable inventions in industrial history. Airlines burn enormous amounts of jet fuel and operate on thin margins. They'd adopt it overnight. Shipping and trucking companies, whose main operating cost is fuel, would too. Militaries around the world spend staggering sums moving vehicles, ships, and aircraft. A 40% fuel reduction would be a strategic advantage no government would ignore, regardless of what an oil company wanted. Automakers competing on fuel economy ratings would license it in a heartbeat to leapfrog competitors. Your engine is at its least efficient during the first few minutes after a cold start, because it hasn't reached optimal operating temperature yet, and your catalytic converter isn't yet working at full efficiency either. At highway speeds, aerodynamic drag becomes one of the biggest factors working against your fuel economy, more significant than rolling resistance or weight in most cases. Here's the key number to understand. Wind resistance increases exponentially with speed, not linearly. That means the jump from 65 MV to 75 MV costs you a lot more fuel than the jump from 55 to 65. According to Department of Energy studies, each 5 MV you drive over 50 MV is roughly equivalent to paying an additional 20 cents per gallon in fuel costs, depending on your vehicle. Practical steps. Close your windows at highway speed and use climate control instead. Open windows at 60 plus mph create significant drag. Remove roof racks and boxes when not in use, like we just covered. And if you're someone who regularly drives 80 mph on the highway, simply dropping to 65-70 mph can improve your fuel economy by 10 to 15% on that drive alone. This is genuinely one of the most impactful changes on this entire list, and it costs you nothing except a few extra minutes on your commute. It's also worth paying attention to what's happening around your car, not just on it. Tailgating a large truck can actually reduce drag slightly through drafting, but it's dangerous, and not something to rely on. Following distance matters far more for safety than the marginal fuel savings. On the other hand, driving with the tailgate down on a pickup truck is a myth worth busting. Modern testing shows a closed tailgate is usually just as efficient, or more, because it lets air form a smoother bubble over the bed rather than creating turbulence. And if your vehicle has adjustable grille shutters or eco-aero modes, using them at highway speed does exactly what it sounds like. It reduces the amount of air being forced through and around the engine bay, cutting drag further. None of these are dramatic on their own, but combined with simply slowing down 10 mph, they add up to a meaningful chunk of your fuel bill over a year of highway driving. Your car can burn up to 30% more gas than it should due to a handful of sneaky, often ignored issues. Underinflated tires increase rolling resistance. A clogged air filter forces the engine to run rich. Worn spark plugs cause incomplete fuel burn. And a failing oxygen sensor, often the biggest single culprit, throws off the air-fuel mixture entirely, sometimes cutting efficiency by 40% on its own. Add in habits like excessive idling, aggressive acceleration and braking, carrying extra weight or a roof rack, using the wrong motor oil, and driving with poor wheel alignment or dragging brakes, and all of these combine to quietly drain fuel efficiency. Even small things add up faster than people expect. A clogged fuel injector can cause uneven spray patterns, making the engine compensate with extra fuel just to maintain power. Older damaged gas caps let vapor escape instead of feeding the system, which is an easy, often overlooked leak. Driving with windows down at high speed creates drag that rivals the fuel cost of running the AC. So at highway speeds, AC is usually the more efficient choice. A dirty fuel injector or worn catalytic converter can silently rob you of power and mileage without throwing an obvious warning light. Even something as simple as skipping regular oil changes lets sludge build up, increasing internal engine friction over time. Cold engines run less efficiently, so short trips without giving the engine time to warm up waste more fuel proportionally than longer drives. And ignoring a check engine light even when the car feels fine is one of the most common ways drivers unknowingly keep burning extra fuel for months. Have you noticed that your car is going through fuel much faster than it used to? You might think the problem is simply higher gas prices, but there could be something wrong with the car itself. Several small issues can quietly reduce your fuel economy and make you spend much more money at the pump. One of the first things you should check is your tire pressure. Underinflated tires create more rolling resistance, forcing the engine to work harder and use more fuel. A dirty air filter, worn spark plugs, or a faulty oxygen or airflow sensor can also affect how efficiently your engine burns fuel. Another problem many drivers overlook is brake drag. If a brake caliper is sticking, the car has to fight against constant resistance while driving. Engine misfires, incorrect engine oil, and poor maintenance can also contribute to lower fuel economy. Your driving habits matter too. Hard acceleration, aggressive braking, excessive idling, and high-speed driving can all cause your car to burn significantly more fuel. The good news is that many of these problems can be found with simple checks before they turn into expensive repairs. In this video, we'll show you the most common reasons your fuel economy may be dropping, what you can check yourself, and how fixing these issues could help your car run more efficiently and save you money every time you fill up. We'll also explain why short trips can sometimes hurt fuel economy more than longer drives. You'll learn why carrying unnecessary weight in your vehicle can make a difference over time. We'll look at how roof racks and accessories can increase aerodynamic drag, especially at highway speeds. We'll also cover why an illuminated check engine light should never be ignored when your fuel economy suddenly gets worse. Even a small change in the way your engine idles, accelerates, or shifts can be an important clue. Finally, we'll show you a simple way to track your fuel economy so you can determine whether your car is actually losing efficiency instead of relying only on the dashboard estimate. By identifying the problem early, you may be able to improve fuel economy, reduce unnecessary fuel costs, and prevent a small maintenance issue from becoming a much bigger repair. We'll show you how to track your real-world MPG and compare it over several fill-ups. This can help you spot a genuine drop in fuel economy instead of relying only on the vehicle's dashboard estimate. If your MPG suddenly drops, don't just keep buying more gas, find out why. A simple tire pressure check, basic inspection, or timely service could help restore efficiency and potentially save you hundreds of dollars in fuel over time. That means 5 separate short trips from a cold engine burn noticeably more fuel than the same total mileage covered in one combined trip where the engine warms up once and stays warm. The Department of Energy notes that several short trips taken from a cold start can use twice as much fuel per mile as one longer trip covering the same distance. A poorly maintained engine doesn't just run worse, it burns noticeably more fuel doing the exact same job. The biggest offender here is a dirty air filter. Your engine needs a precise mix of air and fuel to run efficiently, and a clogged air filter restricts airflow, throwing that ratio off and forcing the engine to compensate, usually by burning more gas. On older carbureted vehicles, this effect was dramatic. On modern fuel-injected cars, the impact is smaller but still real, and a filter replacement is one of the cheapest maintenance items you can buy, usually $15.25. Old or fouled spark plugs cause incomplete combustion, meaning some of your fuel is literally being wasted unburned. Worn-out oxygen sensors can cause your engine's computer to run a fuel mixture that's richer than it needs to be. And using the wrong grade of motor oil, something thicker than your manufacturer recommends, increases internal engine friction, which your engine then has to overcome using, you guessed it, more fuel. The fix is simple. Follow your owner's manual's maintenance schedule. Regular oil changes, air filter replacement, spark plug replacement at the recommended interval, and get your check engine light looked at immediately if it comes on a misfiring cylinder or failing sensor can tank your fuel economy by 10% or more until it's fixed. Your engine is at its least efficient during the first few minutes after a cold start because it hasn't reached optimal operating temperature yet, and your catalytic converter isn't yet working at full efficiency either. That means 5 separate short trips from a cold engine burn noticeably more fuel than the same total mileage covered in one combined trip where the engine warms up once and stays warm. The Department of Energy notes that several short trips taken from a cold start can use twice as much fuel per mile as one longer trip covering the same distance. The practical fix: batch your errands. Instead of driving to the pharmacy, coming home, then leaving again for groceries an hour later, plan a route that hits both in one trip. Use navigation apps that account for real-time traffic to avoid idling and congestion, since sitting in stop-and-go traffic is one of the worst-case scenarios for fuel economy. This is a habit change more than a mechanical one, but over a year of errands, it adds up to a real, measurable difference in how much gas you buy. The fix is what's often called smooth driving, or pulse and glide in efficient driving communities. Accelerate gently, anticipate stops early so you can coast down naturally instead of braking hard, and maintain a steady speed using cruise control on the highway when conditions allow. Cruise control alone can improve highway mileage measurably because it eliminates the small, constant speed fluctuations most drivers do unconsciously, each of which burns a little extra fuel. Aggressive driving, rapid acceleration, hard braking, speeding, then slamming the brakes again is incredibly fuel inefficient. The EPA states that aggressive driving can lower gas mileage by roughly 10% to 40% in stop-and-go traffic and 15 to 30% on the highway. That's a massive range, and it's entirely within your control. So to recap: properly inflated tires, cutting excess weight, reducing drag at highway speeds, staying current on maintenance, driving smoothly, combining your trips, and using the right fuel and tires. None of these require a mystery pill or a magnet ring taped to your fuel line. They're backed by real engineering, real physics, and real data from the EPA and Department of Energy, and stacked together. Drivers who apply most or all of these methods commonly see a combined fuel economy improvement in the range of 20% to 30%, sometimes more depending on their starting habits. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel for more car maintenance and repair tips. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.